Let's dive it. Number 10. The advertising illusion disclaimer. Those picture-perfect burgers you see in ads, the ones with glistening buns, perfectly placed lettuce, and cheese drips that look choreographed by a Hollywood director, probably aren't even edible. That cheese is probably a mix of oils and colorants to get the perfect melt without looking greasy. Those fresh vegetables? Probably sprayed with hairspray to keep them looking crisp. That juicy meat patty? Probably raw or barely cooked to maintain that plump look. And those perfect sesame seeds on the bun? They're probably glued on one by one. But it's all legal because of 4 magic words, picture for illustration purposes only. This little disclaimer is basically companies saying, yeah, what you're looking at isn't real, but we're telling you it's not real, so it's fine. It's like going on a date with someone who used a 10-year-old profile picture, but they wrote "old pic" in tiny letters at the bottom. Companies actually hire food stylists who get paid 6-figure salaries to make food look perfect in photos. These people are like the special effects artists of the food world. They'll use motor oil instead of syrup on pancakes because real syrup soaks in too fast. They'll use mashed potatoes instead of ice cream because real ice cream melts under hot studio lights. And that milk and cereal commercials? Usually white glue, because real milk makes cereal soggy too quickly. That burger in the ad probably took 4 hours to arrange, cost thousands of dollars to photograph, and would send you to the hospital if you tried to eat it. Number 9. The misleading portion. Size Pringles can claim only 150 calories per serving, which sounds pretty healthy, but the serving size is just 15 chips. Who eats exactly 15 Pringles and puts the can away? That's like going to a movie and leaving after 15 minutes, because that's one serving of entertainment. Take those healthy vitamin waters. The bottle says 50 calories per serving, but if you look really close, there are 2.5 servings in one bottle. So unless you're sharing your vitamin water with some friends, you're actually drinking 125 calories. Ben & Jerry's lists their serving size as half a cup. Half a cup is basically 3 spoonfuls. Who opens a pint of ice cream to eat 3 spoonfuls? That's not dessert. That's a sample at Costco. And the law says, yeah, that's fine. Companies can make up whatever serving size they want. They could say a serving of pizza is 1 pepperoni if they wanted to. Spray cooking oil. The label says 0 calories per serving. Sounds impossible, right? Oil with 0 calories? The serving size they list is a 0.25 second spray. Try timing exactly 0.25 seconds while you're cooking. That's shorter than a sneeze, but they can legally say 0 because they made the serving size so tiny. Number 8. The up to deception. You've seen them everywhere. Save up to 70% off. Internet speeds up to 1,000 megabits per second. Earn up to $1,000 a week. Companies are legally allowed to advertise these maximum numbers, even if almost nobody ever gets them. Think about the last time you saw an up to 70% off sale. You probably didn't find anything actually marked down 70%. Maybe that one ugly sweater nobody wanted, or those shoes from 3 seasons ago that look like they were designed by a colorblind raccoon. As long as just one item hits that maximum number, the whole claim is legally valid. It's like me saying, I'm up to 7 feet tall when standing on a ladder. The internet companies are the worst offenders. They'll advertise up to 1,000 megabits per second, knowing full well you'll never see those speeds, because that number only applies at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday when you're the only person online and sitting right next to the router while hugging it. It gets even sneakier with those earn up to $1,000 a week job ads. The fine print usually reveals that the $1,000 earner was their top performer from 5 years ago who worked 80-hour weeks and was probably related to the CEO. And this is all perfectly legal. As long as that maximum number is technically possible under some circumstance, no matter how rare or unlikely, companies can splash it all over their ads. So next time you see "up to" in an ad, it's basically corporate code for don't get your hopes up. Number 7. The trans fat rounding trick. Ever grab a box of cookies that proudly claims 0 trans fat and feel good about your choices? That box of cookies might be lying to your face, and it's completely legal. The FDA has this rule that says if a product has less than 0.5 grams of trans fat per serving, companies can round down to 0. Say you're eating cookies that actually have 0.4 grams of trans fat per serving. The label can legally say 0 trans fat, but the serving size is just 2 cookies. Nobody eats just 2 cookies. If you eat 8 cookies, that's 1.6 grams of trans fat you didn't even know you were eating. The American Heart Association says you shouldn't eat more than 2 grams of trans fat per day. You could blow your entire daily limit on a 0 trans fat snack. Look at the ingredients list. If you see partially hydrogenated oils anywhere, that product has trans fat, no matter what the front of the package claims. It's like dating someone who says they're totally over their ex but still has all their pictures saved. Number 6. The outlet store price fiction. You know that designer jacket at the outlet mall that's 70% off, the one with the price tag showing it was originally $400 but now it's just $120? That jacket was never $400. In fact, it was made specifically for the outlet store. It was designed to be sold at $120 from day one. Companies are legally allowed to slap whatever original price they want on that tag. They can literally make up a number and it's perfectly legal. Imagine if I tried to sell you a sandwich by saying, hey, this sandwich was originally $500, but for you, special price, just $15. You'd laugh in my face. But when designer brands do essentially the same thing, we fall for it every time. Many brands have separate, lower-cost production lines for their outlet stores. They use cheaper materials, simpler designs, and faster manufacturing processes. So that designer jacket you're looking at is not the same jacket you'd find in their regular stores. It's like getting a movie sequel that went straight to DVD, same name, lower budget. You can't get a discount on a price that never existed. Number 5. The Subscription Autopilot. You scroll through your bank statement and notice weird charges. You're still paying for a meditation app you never use, a streaming service you're sure you canceled, something you don't even recognize. This is the free trial trap, where companies legally pick your pocket with your own permission. First, they hit you with the magic word, free. Then comes the catch. Just enter your credit card for verification purposes. They know that once you put in those 16 digits, you're basically sending your future self a bill. These companies have done their homework on human psychology. We're more likely to remember our ex's birthday than when our free trial ends. And they're counting on that forgetfulness like a casino counts on drunk gamblers. Trying to cancel one of these services is like trying to break up with someone who won't take the hint. You click cancel subscription and suddenly you're in a maze of pop-ups. They ask if you're sure you want to miss out. They offer 50% off to stay. Meanwhile, signing up took exactly 2 clicks, and it's all perfectly legal. These companies can bury the auto-renewal info in a 50-page terms of service agreement written in lawyer speak. They can make the cancellation button smaller than your ex's heart. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Only one you forgot you're still paying for 3 months later. Number 4. The plant-based health halo companies are legally transforming junk food into health food with 2 words, plant-based. Those Oreos in your pantry? Technically plant-based. They're made from wheat, cocoa, and palm oil, all plants. Congratulations, you're eating a salad. Companies can slap plant-based on pretty much anything that came from a plant. High fructose corn syrup comes from corn, which is a plant. By that logic, your soda is basically a vegetable smoothie. There's this company selling plant-based gummy bears. They advertise them as a healthier alternative to regular gummy bears. The first ingredient is organic cane sugar. The second ingredient is organic tapioca syrup. Both plants, both sugar. These healthy plant-based gummies actually have more sugar than regular gummy bears. There's a plant-based cookie brand that markets itself as a healthy snack. Their cookies have more calories than Oreos, more sugar than Oreos, and more fat than Oreos, but they're made with ancient grains, so clearly they're healthy. This is all completely legal. The FDA doesn't regulate the term plant-based. You could deep-fry cotton candy and legally call it plant-based because cotton comes from plants. Look at the nutrition label instead, because that's the one thing companies can't easily lie about. Number 3. The meaningless hormone claim. You're at the grocery store staring at 2 packages of chicken. One proudly declares no hormones added in big bold letters. The other doesn't mention hormones at all. You grab the hormone-free one because who wants to eat chicken pumped full of weird chemicals? But you just fell for one of the oldest tricks in the food marketing playbook. It's literally illegal to give hormones to chickens in the United States. Has been since the 1950s. That means all chicken is hormone-free. It's like advertising arsenic-free water or no uranium-added bread. Companies know that slapping no hormones on the package makes their chicken seem healthier, and technically, they're not lying. The FDA actually requires these companies to add a tiny disclaimer saying federal regulations prohibit the use of hormones in poultry, but they print it so small you'd need a microscope to read it. It's like whispering, "just kidding," after shouting a lie. Companies charge more for this hormone-free chicken. They're charging you extra money for following a law they're required to follow anyway. It's like a taxi driver charging you extra for not driving blindfolded. Number 2. The germ-killing exaggeration. Kills 99.9% of germs. Sounds impressive, but this claim is about as meaningful as your ex saying, "It's not you, it's me." Companies test their products in perfect lab conditions against specific germs that are basically the pushovers of the bacteria world. Imagine you're bragging about being undefeated in boxing, but you've only fought against inflatable arm-flailing tube men. Meanwhile, the really nasty stuff, the bacteria equivalent of Mike Tyson, isn't even invited to the fight. The surface is perfectly clean, the temperature is just right, and they leave the product on for way longer than you ever would in real life. It's like testing a car's fuel efficiency while rolling it downhill with a tailwind. It's like saying, our security system stops 99.9% of burglars. But don't worry about that, 0.1%. They're just the ones with ninja training. There are millions of different types of bacteria out there. As long as companies have some lab tests showing they killed something, they can slap that 99.9% on the label. Number 1. The genuine leather paradox. So you're at the mall and spot a beautiful leather jacket with a tag that says genuine leather. You think, wow, this must be the real deal. That genuine leather label is actually a warning sign that you're about to buy the hot dog of the leather world. Hot dogs are made from all the leftover parts that nobody wants to think about. That's basically what genuine leather is. It's the lowest quality. Leather you can legally call leather. At the top, you've got full-grain leather. That's the filet mignon of leather. Below that is top-grain leather. Think of it as a nice ribeye steak. Then, far below, you get to genuine leather. That's your mystery meat hot dog. This grade is made from the bottom layers of the hide, which are sanded, buffed, and painted to look like higher quality leather. Sometimes companies even take leftover leather scraps, grind them up, mix them with chemicals and glue, then press them together into sheets. Companies know that most people think genuine means authentic or high quality. It's like putting real food on a package of gummy bears. The craziest part? This is completely legal. These companies can slap genuine leather on their products and charge premium prices. Meanwhile, the material itself can start peeling apart faster than a sunburned tourist. So next time you see genuine leather, just remember you're looking at the leather equivalent of a gas station hot dog. Just don't pay filet mignon prices for it. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.